Hello and welcome to this News 9 special as we build up to the third India versus West Indies T20I. India have already sealed the series with wins in the first two T20Is, and that makes it a dead rubber. But then if it's the year of the T20 World Cup, not one match can be unimportant. Joining me in today's discussion is my colleague Nikhil Narayan and Atishay Jain. And the news from the middle is that Avesh Khan, he has received his maiden T20 cap from Bhuvneshwar Kumar, which means that he will be making his T20 debut today. International debut, he has been making news in the IPL auction too. He was traveling with the squad for a long time. Finally, he's making his debut. That means that India might make more than two changes. Mind you, Virat Kohli and Rishabh Pant both are not playing this match. They have been rested for this T20I as well as the Sri Lanka T20I series that will follow this series against West Indies. Welcome, gentlemen. I would like to hear from Nikhil Narayan first. Nikhil, Avesh Khan getting T20 cap. Clearly, the idea is that to give as many players their debut international experience as possible, leading up to the T20 World Cup.
Absolutely. Avesh Khan, was in brilliant form for the Delhi Capitals in the 2020 IPL. And given that the World T20 is in Australia this year, where hit the deck bowlers, short of a length bowlers do well, Avesh Khan is the right candidate to nurture and grow at the international level. He is the hit the deck bowler. He bowls length or short of a length. He is not your swing or seam bowler like a Deepak Chahar or a Shardul Thakur or a Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So I think Rohit Sharma realizes that he needs both sets of these bowlers to have a bench strength by the time Australia approaches in October. And therefore, I think Avesh Khan debut is a good thing for India. Abhishek.
Right. And Atishay, as Nikhil said, he brings in a different set of skills, which we saw in IPL 2021 also. He was the second highest wicket taker. His performance was really crucial in taking Delhi Capitals to the playoffs. What do you have to say about this move, a welcome move by the Indian team management?
Well, definitely, Abhishek, India is definitely trying to give as many chances as possible to youngsters, considering the T20 World Cup is also fast approaching. And what can be said about Avesh Khan? We recently saw how franchises went hammer and tongs behind in order to secure his services. Finally, Lucknow Super Giants were able to get his signature for 10 crores. So that goes to show that he has been highly touted in the Indian circuit for a very long time. And if my memory serves me right, Abhishek, he bowled the most number of dot balls in previous edition of the IPL.
True.
And also he was very successful in the power play overs. Not only he was able to stem the flow of runs, but also he was able to pick quick wickets. So that early breakthrough, you can count on Avesh Khan that he has those skill set to provide early breakthrough for whichever team he plays for. And he's still very young and surely one of those fast bowlers which India has in mind moving forward.
Right. And Rohit Sharma would like to see Avesh Khan progress rapidly. Mind you, today's match will be another opportunity for Rohit Sharma, the captain, to clean sweep yet another series.
Yes.
India have been dominating under Rohit Sharma. They clean sweep the New Zealand T20Is, then they clean sweep the ODI series against West Indies, and now the T20Is are also there. So what do you have to say about his captaincy, right? I mean, India look far more relaxed, though comparing Virat Kohli the captain and Rohit Sharma the captain might not be the right thing because both are different players, both are with a different approach. But some changes under him. What's your observation?
Before I talk about Rohit Sharma, Abhishek, the news coming in from Kolkata is that West Indies have won the toss and they have opted to field first. So India is going to bat first once again. And now let's talk about Rohit Sharma. I think the way he has led this Indian side has been nothing short of fantastic. We all knew that he has the caliber to take any team to greater heights. We have seen that in IPL and we have seen that with Team India also in the past. But I'll just take the example of the previous match, how he, orchestrated the field and how he made those crucial bowling changes. He ensured that Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the experience of Bhuvneshwar Kumar comes in to bowl at the 19th over, which in my opinion changed the complexion of the game. And again, another 3-0 sweep is on the line. So that goes to show that Rohit Sharma's mettle as the captaincy was never under doubt, and it's given now that he has been given all-round captaincy. He is going to lead India in the Test series against Sri Lanka also. So you can expect him to lead from the front, and also with the bat he has performed tremendously, and he's setting a new template in the power play also. So again, this is Rohit Sharma's team, and he knows what's best for him and the team.
Right, and there are so many positives to look forward to, right? The power play performance definitely is one of the main points. You know, the approach has, though in the second T20I Rohit failed cheaply. In the first T20I he scored I think 19 ball 40 or something like that, and he was
Correct,
really well.
19 ball 40.
19 ball 40, and Nikhil, I mean, I think that is one of the big positives for India. The power play approach, you know, both in the ODIs also and in the T20s, which something that
Yeah, I mean, clearly,
the lower order batters should follow also.
Yeah, absolutely. After the debut of the World T20 in the UAE, India have gone all out in the power play, and this is being led by Rohit Sharma. We saw it in the T20I series against New Zealand. We saw it in the first ODI against the West Indies, and now we've seen it in the couple of T20Is against the West Indies, and I'm sure we'll see it at Eden Gardens again today. India want to get as many runs in the power play, also because I think, Abhishek, they know they don't have the luxury of Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja yet in the T20I squad. So the hitters, their two ace hitters are missing in the low order. So they want to make up for that by going gung-ho in the first 6 overs. So
I'd
far,
like
so
to cut.
good, and I think this is
cut.
the template they should follow. This is a Yeah, go ahead, Abhishek. Yeah.
The news coming is that today Ruturaj Gaikwad will open with Ishan Kishan. Now that's a very interesting move, because Ruturaj was warming the bench so far. You know, he has been again, like Avesh Khan, he was also traveling with the team for the last 2-3 series. You know, he was the top scorer in the IPL 2021. Today he is also playing, and in fact he's opening with Ishan Kishan, which means that Rohit might play at number 3. Also, Yuzvendra Chahal and Bhuvneshwar Kumar both have been rested too from this T20I. Of course, Bhuvi, who gave Avesh Khan his debut T20 cap, he is resting, and Chahal is missing. So I think we'll see another player in his place. Maybe it's Deepak Hooda, who can spin, who can be a finisher. So what do you have to say? I would like to hear both your opinions, Nikhil and Atishay, about the changes. You know, Ishan Kishan opening with Ruturaj Gaikwad. Mind you, Ishan Kishan's form has not been that great. You know, he bagged a great deal in the IPL 2022 auction, 15 crore deal from Mumbai Indians. But then his performance in this series has not been up to the mark. A new opening pair, an interesting opening pair.
Yeah, Abhishek. I mean, I'm not surprised. See, this is a dead rubber. It doesn't make a difference. India has to try out new combinations in this match. Rohit Sharma is, he doesn't have to prove anything. He's been in great form in international cricket, especially in T20I cricket over the last few months. So, he's pushing himself down the order. He wants to give Ruturaj Gaikwad a chance, and rightly so. Ruturaj Gaikwad has only played two T20Is for India, I think, and he's at the peak of his prowess, given what he did in IPL 2021 in the UAE. So Ruturaj Gaikwad has to be groomed in, and the only position he can play is as opener. Ishan Kishan actually has been very disappointing, in the first couple of matches. He struggled to score runs. He's not timed the ball. He struggled against Shendon Cottrell and against Roston Chase in the middle overs. So Ishan Kishan, I think, is also slightly under pressure, under the weight of 15.25 crores.
True.
I mean, who won't be? So I think he's trying a bit too hard. So I think another option for another day for Ishan Kishan to prove his worth, because Ishan Kishan basically can be used as an opening batsman or a floater for India, and India needs Ishan Kishan in the long run. In case Rishabh Pant has an injury, he's also a wicket-keeper substitute batsman. So for Ishan Kishan to succeed, it is extremely important for India that this left-hander succeeds.
Right. Before I come to Atishay, I would like to read out the playing 11 for India. Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ishan Kishan, they are the two openers. Rohit Sharma at number 3. Shreyas Iyer comes in. Surya Kumar Yadav also plays. Venkatesh Iyer, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur, Harshal Patel, Ravi Vishnoi, and Avesh Khan. Of course, Avesh Khan is the only change, if I am right, in the bowling.
No, even Shardul Thakur comes in for this game.
Even Shardul Thakur comes in, so there are two changes, and Shreyas Iyer comes in. So a lot of experimentation, Atisha?
Well, definitely it was expected once India completed the series victory.
Yeah.
Now it was time to give opportunities to players who were warming the benches. And also Rituraj Gaikwad, I think all of us wanted to see Rituraj Gaikwad represent India after the kind of season he had enjoyed the last 12 to 15 months. He batted amazingly well in the IPL. He was the leading run getter. Then also in the Vijay Hazare Trophy and also Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, the way he batted. So now he finally gets his opportunity. I was only bothered about where will Ishan Kishan fit in. Well, it looks like Rohit Sharma is going to bat at number 3, so that says it all. Ruturaj Gaikwad and Ishan Kishan are going to open. And also, interestingly, Shreyas Iyer gets an opportunity. Rohit Sharma mentioned it very clearly that they are looking for an all-rounders role from Shreyas Iyer. Iyer has been working on his bowling, so now finally he gets a game in because he scored an important 80 runs in the third ODI against West Indies, but didn't get a chance in the first 2 T20Is. So now it's interesting to see how Shreyas Iyer goes and whether he is asked to bowl a couple of overs in the middle over also. Venkatesh Iyer is there as a finisher, and Shardul Thakur has been phenomenal for India in the last 15 to 20 months.
Harshal Patel can also bat.
Yes, both Deepak Chahar, the Trayoka of pacers, Harshal Patel, Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar, they all can bat. That's one good thing with this current Indian bowling lineup.
Right, and before we sign off, what do you have to say about the West Indies team? Of course, they had a great positive in the partnership, 100-run partnership between Robman Powell and Nicholas Pooran. At one point of time, it was looking like they would level the series, because West Indies needed just 28 runs from the last 10 balls with 2 set batsmen, Nicholas Pooran and Robman Powell at the crease. But Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the veteran pacer, he took a crucial wicket in the penultimate over and turned the match. So how do you think West Indies should look at this match? They have already lost the series, but then they can end on a high. They have that option.
Well, I would
chance.
say, Abhishek, West Indies had a fair chance of winning both the T20Is. They were right there in the game, but again, failed to capitalize on the crucial junctures. Indeed, Nicholas Pooran and Robman Powell batted out of their skin to take the game. They almost took the game away from India, if not for that brilliant four-run over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Nicholas Pooran is the leading run getter in the T20I series. His strike rate is way over, I think, 165 or 170. Robman Powell smashed 5 or 6 sixes in the second T20I. So he showed what he can do with the bat in hand. But I think the problem with West Indies currently is that they need to get someone like Kieron Pollard batting up the order. He needs to face more number of balls because the more he stays into the wicket, the more dangerous he becomes for the opposition bowlers. So that is one change which I would like to see from the West Indian lineup in this T20I. But again, the series is lost. They have nothing to lose. This is where a side like West Indies become very, very threatening. They can go all out. But good thing is that they are chasing. So again, they won't have that freedom to go after India's bowlers.
True. I mean, this match is all about experimentation. So, one short question to both you gentlemen. Can India clean sweep? Yes or no?
Well, definitely yes.
Definitely yes, says Atishay and Nikhil.
I think yes. 3-0 India.
Right. So both our cricket experts say that 3-0 India. We'll have to wait and watch. Thank you so much for joining. Do log on to news9live.com for more news from the sporting world. Thank you and good night.